Hey guys, it's Sarah. Today I want to show you my do-it-yourself face mask. My goal was to design the quickest, easiest mask I could without sacrificing function or comfort. This is a super simple project. Anybody can do it. It takes less than 15 minutes to get done. And best of all, you won't have to buy anything. We're just going to use items you already have lying around your house. Here's what we need. An old t-shirt, 2 hair ties, a pair of scissors, a needle and thread, and a tape measure. Now don't let that needle and thread scare you. This whole project has less than 50 stitches in it. First, let's measure across our face from ear, across our mouth to our ear. We'll start and end at our tragus, which if you don't know, it's this little tiny bump at the center of your ear. You want to lay your tape measure relatively loosely so it barely rests on your face and it should look like a huge smile. Okay, I have 11 inches. Next, grab your t-shirt and cut 2 rectangles out. You'll want them to be 8 inches wide, and whatever that measurement was, that's your height. So mine are 8 inches wide and 11 inches tall. I have 2 of them. I use 2 different colors of fabric so that you can follow what I'm doing, but it's not necessary because you will only see one. Next, layer your 2 pieces of fabric together. Don't worry too much if the edges don't line up, or if your cuts aren't exactly straight, it won't matter. You can see mine's longer at the bottom. That doesn't matter. Just for now, try to get the top 2 edges across that 8-inch span to line up as good as you can. Once you have, mine's going to be red on the outside and black and white on the inside. I'm going to turn it. You'll want to fold the edges in towards the center so they just barely overlap each other at the center there. So if you see what I have all of my layers there. Okay, grab your hair tie. You want to stick it in between all of those layers so that it's halfway in and halfway out. Okay, with the folded side towards you, grab your needle and thread. We want to start working about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, going through all the layers of fabric, but going not through the hair tie, just into the center of it. We want it to still be loose. Okay, we're going to make 3 stitches through all the fabric. So 1, 2, 3. These stitches are pretty wide. They're kind of like as though you're sewing a button. So you can see here how wide that stitch is. Pretty wide. We're just pinning everything together for now. Okay? Once we've got those 3 stitches in, grab the corners and fold them in one more time. Fold them both in. Okay? With your needle and thread, go back through so that you pin down one of those corners, go right through it, and come back through the other one. So you'll see I've got it all pinned together. Now just continue to sew that spot and extend that seam so it's about 1 inch long. I like to just make a couple stitches one direction and then start heading back over to the other side. You don't have to make really small, precise stitches here. I'm going pretty big with mine. When I get to the end, I just do a couple of extra smaller ones there just so that it doesn't all come unraveled. Once you're satisfied, tie it off and cut it off. Now, if you're making this mask for a child, you might want to make it a little more narrow than that 8 inches. You might want to go 7 inches or even 6, depending upon the size of their face. And then make sure you're doing your measurement across your face. When I made my husband's, it was 12.5 inches. Mine did not fit him at all, so that's important. Okay, it's all done. You can see got a little seam there. The hair tie still moves loosely in there. Okay, go to my other end, and as we see, it doesn't line up very well. So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut across that right now, just so that they both line up a little bit better. Cut off that excess. Now you'll see, lines up a lot better. And I'm just going to repeat my steps over here. So grab my hair tie, stick it into the center there, get my needle and thread, and we're going to do the same thing. Stitch 3 times, in, back, out. Okay, once we've pinned it with our 3 stitches, fold in both of the sides. Do one more stitch coming through one side, going back out the other. Okay, then just continue sewing this. Make that seam about 1 inch long. Probably do about, I don't know, 10 to 15 stitches per side, I guess I'd say. Probably about 15. So this whole project might have 30 stitches in it. All right. Once you've gotten to the end, just do a few extra little smaller stitches there so that the whole thing doesn't come unraveled on you. All right, and then we're going to cut it off. We'll see how we did. Okay, all done. So you'll see I have, kind of looks like a headband. So the one side is just like a flat piece of fabric. The other side has all these folds. Open it up. You can see my colored lining in there, and that's where your face will go. Let's see if it fits. Put it on. Unfold it. And there you go. A perfect face mask for going to the grocery store. Well, thanks for crafting with me today. I hope you made a mask. If you didn't make one, gather up those materials, cut out your fabric, thread the needle, start the video over again, and follow along. If you did make one, please post it to my Facebook page, Sarah's Can Do Crafts. I love seeing what you've done. I hope you join me next time I try to prove to you that you can do crafts.